This video is on absolute value inequalities. If you need background on solving inequalities or solving absolute value equations or inequalities, I would suggest that you check out previous videos on solving inequalities, the previous video on absolute value equations. But when solving an absolute value inequality, here we have the setup for us. If using an algebraic expression and C is a positive number, uh, the absolute value of U less than C is going to be set up this way. We have negative C is less than U, which is less than C. We're putting it all together. And then in the next scenario, if the absolute value of U is greater than C, we'll set it up in two different pieces. And you'll see U is less than negative C or U is greater than C. Once you set them up according to the inequality that you have, you can go ahead and solve accordingly. Then these rules also are in play if you have the or equal to sign attached to your less than or greater than symbol. So let's do a few examples. Here we have the absolute value of x minus 4 is less than 3. Since we have the less than symbol, we will set it up in this way. We have negative 3 less than x minus 4, which is less than 3. So we have a three-part inequality. We will add 4 to all three pieces, leaving our x in the middle. Doing so, we have 1 is less than x. X is less than 7. In other words, x is greater than 1 but less than 7. Those are the values in between 1 and 7. The values that are greater than 1 and less than 7. Values that are in between 1 and 7. So those are values that we'll shade. And because we have the less than symbol, we will use parentheses. So here we have negative 2 times the quantity of 3x plus 5 with absolute value of the quantity of 3x plus 5 plus 7 less than or equal to negative 13. So first thing we would do is isolate our absolute value quantity. So we will subtract 7 from both sides. It will cancel out on the left, leaving you with negative 20 on the right. Then divide by negative 2. Divided by negative 2, cancel on the left. Or negative 20 into negative 2 will give you a positive 10. But also don't forget whenever you're dividing by negative or multiplying by negative, you need to change your inequality. So we go from less than to greater than. So now we have the absolute value of 3x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 10. Now the greater than symbol forces us to set it up this way, which we do 3x plus 5 is less than negative 10. 3x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 10. Then from there, solve accordingly by subtracting 5 in each case from both sides, then divided by 3 in each case from both sides. So our solution set would be x is less than or equal to negative 5, or x is greater than or equal to 5 over 3. And so the way we will set up our graph, have our graph shading to the left from negative 5 to negative infinity, then shading to the right from 5/3 to positive infinity. And then also that should be reflected in our interval notation, in which we have negative infinity to negative 5 using the bracket or the negative 5 because we have the or equal to symbol. And then the union sign, which represents or. And then there's 5/3 to positive infinity using brackets on my 5/3. Don't forget negative infinity and positive infinity will always have parentheses. Once again, if you have any questions about these symbols or solving using your inequalities, check out those other two videos that I have, solving linear inequalities and solving absolute value equations. Let me know if you have any questions.